First in, first out, or FIFO, is one of the most common tools for prioritizing manufacturing and repair decisions. However, many are skeptical about how effective it truly is, and honestly with good reason. So today, I will ask and answer 3 simple questions. 1. What is FIFO? 2. What's the problem with FIFO? And 3. How can you do better? Let's get started. FIFO is a very simple tool for helping practitioners to make a decision when presented with lots of complex decision options, and typically in situations with lots of uncertainty. By complex, we mean situations where the best feasible sequence of actions is very difficult to identify, but people still have to make a decision. For example, imagine you are the manager of a repair facility and 3 engines are waiting to be repaired. With FIFO, you simply pick the engine that has been waiting the longest, the first one to arrive, and allocate resources to it. First in, first out. It really is that simple. The complexity in this scenario is in trying to identify what the best feasible sequence of repairs is. For example, there are 3 engines, that means there are 6 possible repair sequences. In fact, the more engines we have to repair, the more possible repair sequences. Critically, each one of those possible repair sequences will have a different projected financial impact. This, in turn, leads us to the second question. The problem with FIFO is that it focuses exclusively on waiting time and ignores all other possible optimization factors. However, many would argue, including me, that possible financial impact outweighs basic waiting time. For example, repairing engine C first might quickly return that plane to circulation, thus yielding a higher financial return than repairing engines A or B first. The reason being, engines A and B might be missing critical parts, tools, or people needed to complete the process, something that doesn't apply to engine C. In fact, repairing engines A or B first presents 2 serious forms of financial waste. First, in terms of direct waste, starting to repair engines you cannot finish simply wastes time, parts, tools, and people. Second, in terms of indirect waste, starting to repair engines A or B means you sacrifice the potential financial return of fixing engine C first. This represents the opportunity cost of making bad decisions. In reality, repairing engine C, then A, then B might represent the best possible financial return for the company, while FIFO would suggest engine A first followed by B, then C, simply because they arrived in that order. This simple first in, first out approach might well result in wasted resources, salaries, and opportunity cost. Furthermore, while working on engine C, one could simply order the necessary parts, tools, and/or people needed to finish repairs on engines A and B, and then simply proceed to repair them in whatever the most financially profitable sequence is. Fundamentally, FIFO is completely blind to this kind of risk management, as well as any contractual obligations and financial penalties associated with delays in the repair process. Contact Lokad so that our supply chain scientists can optimize your repair or manufacturing processes. Using probabilistic forecasting, financial optimization, and other AI techniques, they quickly find the best feasible sequence of actions to make sure that you make the best financial decisions.